Hey everybody! Today we are going to be making a snow globe. First, delete the default cube. Add a UV sphere and enter Edit mode. Move the sphere up on the Z-axis. Remove the bottom vertices of the sphere. Duplicate some of the upper vertices and move them down to form the base. Merge the vertices by distance with an increased distance to be sure that they merge. I am using 0.05. Extrude the seam and scale it slightly. Grid fill the floor of your snow globe. Separate the floor from the remainder of the snow globe. Bevel some of the rings on the base and extrude faces along normals to scale them in. Add some loop cuts and scale to further shape the base. Add a subdivision surface modifier to the snow globe. Open a shader editor to start adding materials. Create a glass material for the globe. Be sure to enable ray tracing. Add a dark metal color for the base and assign it. Be sure to add an extra loop cut anywhere you need sharp edges. In your preferences, enable the Real Snow add-on. Assign Real Snow to your snow globe floor from the sidebar menu. Update the height to 0.1. Add an HDRI or other scene lighting. Add collision on the Physics tab for the snow globe and its floor. Add a cone and scale for a Christmas tree. Make the snow globe and its floor invisible to work on the tree. In Edit mode, create a bevel on the bottom edge and bring that to the top. Scale it down and then use loop cuts and scaling to complete the shape of the tree. The initial bevel will get you around the inability to loop cut a cone. Inset the bottom face of the cone and extrude to create the tree trunk. Add a brown color for the trunk and a green color for the tree. Add an emission material to use for the lights. Add an icosphere and scale it down. Using the Geometry Nodes editor, select the tree and then select New. Create a Geometry Nodes modifier with a Distribute Points on Faces, followed by an Instance on Points, and drag the icosphere in to be the instance. Scale appropriately and adjust the density and seed. Add nodes to set the selection for the instance on points to isolate to only those above a certain point on the z-axis, so you don't have lights on the bottom of the tree and the trunk. Increase the comparison value until the unwanted lights are gone. Add a Set Material node and set it to use the emissive material. Position the tree in the globe. Animate the tree rotating 360 degrees on the z-axis. Add a UV sphere for the snowman and scale it down. Go into Edit mode and duplicate the sphere 2 times to create the remainder of the snowman. Add a cylinder to model a hat. Then add a cone to form the carrot nose. Add an icosphere and scale. Then duplicate it to form the eyes, mouth, and buttons. Add a base material for the snowman, a black material for the eyes, mouth, and buttons, and an orange material for the carrot nose. Add a cylinder and fashion some arms for the snowman. Position the cylinder arms in place. Add a material for the arms. Use the same material as for the tree trunk. Add an icosphere and scale it down. Add an emissive material and set the strength to 5. Add a cube and scale it down to fit inside the globe. Add a particle system to the cube. Set the end frame to match the end frame of your animation, in this case 250. Under the Render section, set Render as to Object. Rename the icosphere to Snow Particle and select it as the Particle Emitter's instance object. Uncheck Show Emitter under both the Render section and the Viewport Display section. Update the scale under Render to 0.2 and bake the emitter physics. Add a plane under your snow globe for the backdrop and give it some color. Position your camera. Add some lighting, and if you don't want the lights to reflect in the snow globe, turn down the glossy attribute in the Light's Influence section. Then render your cool snow globe. Please like and subscribe, and happy blendering, everyone!